It's that time again.
Yep. We are Team Wester.
And you are the most important thing to us.
Team Wester
Podcast. It's all about the team.
Welcome back to the Team West Herr podcast. Another exciting conversation coming up. Joining us today is Reid Ferguson. Sweet. All right. Well, Reid, my name is Clay, first of all.
Clay, nice to meet you.
This is an inaugural thing for us doing these podcasts, so thanks for being here. I actually get the chance to be a public address announcer. So I do that throughout the season, and I watch you guys down on the field and call all the action from way up above.
Sure. I knew I recognized your voice.
Do you listen to country radio at all?
I do,
or?
yeah.
Excellent. So you are a Georgia guy, LSU guy. Does that mean you have to like country music?
It's funny because my dad grew up in East Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, so he's a big Kenny Chesney fan.
Yeah, that's his hometown, right?
So grew up listening to country music, kind of didn't listen to it for like a long time, like through like middle school, high school, just kind of like wasn't super interested, kind of was into like classic rock, like 70s, 80s, that kind of that vibe. And then went to school in Louisiana. It's obviously massive down there.
Yes.
And it got hooked again. So probably I'm definitely a good mix of country and classic rock right now. But I saw we have a couple big concerts coming to the stadium in August. So
have you seen
I'm
Garth
hoping
at all?
we can make them. I haven't seen Garth. I know Metallica's coming and Motley Crue and Def Leppard. So I'm hoping I can make one or two to three, maybe. Fingers crossed. I don't know how long we'll be in camp for, so fingers crossed.
I think the Garth Day is actually the reporting day for you guys.
I think so too. So I might unfortunately have to cross that one off. But if I can make Metallica or Motley Crue, Def Leppard, that would be fantastic.
So Garth played at LSU.
Yes.
And they actually had an earthquake.
Yes.
When he sang Call 'em Baton Rouge. Were any of your friends at that show?
I did know. I've got a bunch of friends that still work at the school for the program and for the athletic department. And they were all there, and they said it was just incredible. I mean, just indescribable, just incredible.
Yeah, the vibe around Garth, it's like
he's awesome.
Yeah, he really I always say they should do a college course on how to like market yourself, because Garth is the best at that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no doubt. He's you go to school, you play there, you go to school there, you go to football games, you're going to get real familiar with Garth Brooks.
Absolutely. Yeah. So when it comes to obviously special teams, being a long snapper, forgive me if I'm wrong, but is that something that a kid starts out trying to be? I mean, because it's obviously you're the best at the position, but is that something you aspired to be in the beginning?
Definitely not. I don't think, and I'm saying this very lightheartedly, I don't think that any young kid that watches NFL on TV or college football on TV says, I want to go out and I only want to be on the field for 8 plays a game, right?
Right.
Like, I'm saying that jokingly, but like that's what it's turned into.
Right.
But no, I mean, I when I started out in 5th grade, I played like tight end and defensive end. Wasn't the most athletic, definitely not still the most athletic, but I found my niche. And the kid in 8th grade got hurt. That was our snapper, and my dad was just like, if you want to keep giving this a try. I almost quit after my 7th grade season. So going into 8th grade season is when that happened. And just like, if you want to keep giving it a try and keep playing, this is a good way to kind of find your way on the field. And, started practicing a ton, went to a couple camps, and one thing led to another. So definitely, I mean, probably more now actually, because the kid, there's a kid that followed myself and my brother at LSU out of our same high school. He started when he started long snapping when he was in 4th grade.
So they knew that kid.
So he definitely wanted to do it that early. Definitely, knew that it was something that he could take to the next level. But yeah, it's probably more so now, but definitely not when I was growing up.
We're here at a high school watching kids play other sports. It feels like everybody who's in a professional spot like yourself, Josh Allen, and the rest, they had to diversify the sports that they played throughout their career. Baseball, football. I mean, what were your other sports that you played?
Yep, played baseball and basketball growing up, along with football. I was okay at basketball. I hated running up and down the court, so I was like, I'll just hang out down here on the low block. Had a ton of fun playing basketball, but I loved baseball, still do. I was a pitcher, first baseman, and I wish I had kept playing through high school. I feel like that would have been kind of good, like you kind of alluded to, diversifying your skill set through high school. But I decided just to do the football thing because I would go to camps pretty much year round, which kind of prevented me a little bit from participating in more sports. But I tell kids all the time that kids that I teach, give lessons to for young snappers and stuff, I'm telling them to do as much as they can, because if I could do it over again, I would probably, maybe go to a few less camps in lieu of, playing another sport.
Did you get a chance to meet the kid from East Aurora during the rookie camp? Cole is his first name. Cole Jenkins. Yeah,
Cole Jenkins. Yeah. I heard that he got the rookie minicamp invite.
Huge opportunity for him.
Yeah, I heard good things about him. Local kid, Buff State, I believe.
That's right.
So great for him. I was out of town, so I did not get to meet him. But I did hear good things about him.
So for somebody like that, that gets the no right now, if you talk to him, because I do know the family personally, you got to say, look, that's not no for good, right? Because there'll be other opportunities, perhaps.
No doubt. And the first thing that comes into my mind when you say that is when I was cut after training camps in 2016, like 3 days later, I went out and had a tryout in Seattle. And there was like 3 or 4 of us out there, and they signed a kid. They signed Tyler Ott, who still snaps for them right now. So it's at the specialist position, and really any position in the NFL, maybe not quarterback, but really every other position, timing is everything, and it's being available at the right time,
right?
When a position opens up. So it's there's I was P squad for a year, and then have been, I've started since the 2017 season. My brother was drafted a couple years ago. But myself and my brother, we have close friends throughout the league, guys that are still playing or have played and are no longer playing, where it may take a year or two, or sometimes even 3 years to get your shot, on an active roster. And that's the nature of the business. And it's I always tell guys, you gotta know what you're getting yourself into,
especially at that level,
especially at this level, and at this position. If you're not performing on Sundays, there's thousands of guys waiting to come take your job. So I try to never take it for granted.
What's it like to see your brother across the field? I mean, competitors, obviously, there's got to be some pride and, love for your brother, obviously, on the other side of the field, but game day's game day.
100%. And I will say that it's
twice
been great.
This year you see him, right? He's with the Dolphins?
Yep, twice a year. It's been great seeing him across the other side of the field the 4 times we played, because we've come away with 4 wins. So it's been, jokingly, it's been great to I've had the bragging rights for 2 years now, but they're an improved team. He's excited about their new coaching staff down there. I've talked to him. We've obviously been in contact and talked about it since they got hired. So he's excited down there. But yeah, when I can. When the schedule came out, 2 weeks ago, I looked, those first 2 games I circled, when do we play Miami? So it's always good, to go out there and hang out with them a little before pregame stuff, and then see him after the game and talk to him. And we've done a couple of jersey swaps. So
does football cool. Come up at family functions too, or is it like that's like work? We don't talk work.
Sparingly.
Because it's like it is your career, so it's like everybody else. Let's talk about something different right now.
Well, it's our career, but like on the flip side, my mom just retired and my dad works from home a lot, so they travel like from August to whenever the season ends.
Hopefully late February.
These past couple of years has been through January, and hopefully through February at some point. You know, they're traveling somewhere every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you know, it's our career, but like at the same time, they're as much involved really as, you know, as we are, from, you know, sort of kind of on an emotional level. Cause they're, you know, if they're coming up to Buffalo, they may come in on a Friday or early Saturday, and we'll see them, you know, kind of throughout the weekend. But it's, you know, like the vacation time when we, you know, if we go on vacation or something, it's kind of time to, you know, we talk about football enough, you know, for, you know, over half the year, you know, let's enjoy the beach or something.
Well, thanks for your time today. Reid Ferguson is our guest. Good luck on the season. You know, best of luck training camp and everything. And, man, we're hoping for a long season for the Buffalo Bills this year.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Well, next time, something completely different. The first official full episode of the Team West Herb podcast. Sports, culture, Buffalo. Make sure you're watching this feed for more on that. Going to be an exciting year. We'll see you next time. Let's go Team West Herb. Let's go Buffalo.